it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts, UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you very much for joining me again today, and it's day 2 of our Case the Catalogue fortnight. And today I am on page 84 and 85 of the Retiring Annual Catalogue. This catalogue, which looks like this, will be going at the beginning of June, on the 3rd of June. It will go, and it will be replaced by this one, which I can't show you any more of because I'm not allowed to. So, you can see it on the 4th of June, but not before. So, Case the Catalogue. And this is actually, I mentioned it yesterday, but it's one of my top tips. If you are lacking in mojo, you just can't get those creativity juices running, then have a look at other projects that are around you. And this is an amazing, amazing resource. This is all around. It's got masses and masses of ideas in it. So use it. That's what it's there for. Don't feel that you can't reproduce something that's already been made by someone else. Credit where you got it from, absolutely, but you can still use their ideas. So I've done an almost straight lift of this one. So this is my version. I've used the powder pink ruffle ribbon, which is going, powder pink card vellum, and then for my elephant I've stamped in basic grey, and I've used the basic grey, the smoky slate combo, it blends, and not that one, the light, it's sad, isn't it, the light Calypso coral as the pink. Now I think actually, I'm going to have to cough, excuse me, I think actually in this version the vellum goes on top, but I actually quite like putting it underneath because that means you can hide the adhesive. Just saying. Then in the background is the marbled background stamp. This is going to be going at the beginning of June as well. I love this stamp. I cannot tell you how much use I have had out of this stamp. It's been one of my absolute favourites, but it's going. So this was in smoky slate, stamped off and then stamped, and then this is basic grey again. So a great big welcome for a sweet little someone. And this is just a 2-inch strip that's been punched with the tag topper. We're going to do the little lion this time, so let's get going. And I've changed it up a bit because part of casing is to change things if you want to. So I've changed them quite a lot. So I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist as my background colour. I have no idea what it's going to look like because I haven't tried, but I thought I'd give it a go. So it's got the burlap background stamp because that's what is used in the original version. I am going to do the tag top before I stamp because I want the burlap to finish before the tag. So I've got my scallop tag topper, 2-inch wide strip of card. I've cut it at an arbitrary length. I didn't measure it, I just kind of made it that length. But it's a 2-inch wide strip. And then that is going to be where we stamp, just there. So knowing that that's where we're going to stamp, let's grab our Lemon Lime Twist ink. And I'm not taking this out of the case because there is no point, because we are just going to pop our card into our case. Just make sure everything's well inked. And I'm not going to, or will I stamp off? Let's just try. I've got a scrap of Lemon Lime Twist there. It is quite dark. I am going to stamp off first. So I've got a scrap bit of card, so I'm just going to pop that on. This was a piece of card I used for printing and it went a little wrong. So oops, I've missed a couple of bits. That I missed. Still missed it, that's better, and that I've missed. That's better. Right, so I can now pop my tag down and just rub the background. You can put your card back on, you know, your scrap piece of card back on and use that, but I just want that kind of, woo! I just want that kind of something look. I've actually done it the other way around from the catalogue, but that's fine. That's part of the whole thing. So, piece of chamois. This is a half sheet of chamois. I just cut mine in half because then it's easier to pick them up and attack your stamp. Great for the Stamparatus. So that is that. And that's our background stamp done. I am actually going to take this now and pop it into the tag punch. So again, this is in two 1.5 and 1 inch strips. So I'm just going to feed this in and just get it so that it's at the end punch. And then I've got a piece of Whisper White cut at the same width, and that again I'm going to just pop in and punch. I'm only going to use a bit of that, which is why I've not really worried about the fact that that's longer than the original. And in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down, and I know it's a waste, but I'm going to trim it down before I cut it to length. And all I'm going to do is put this edge against the grey line here at the edge of the grid here, because it's just an arbitrary, I want it a little bit narrower. And it also means I can straighten up this edge of cardstock, which is anything but straight. And then just grab my snips, which are buried somewhere on my desk. I've promised myself, there they are, that I'm going to tidy up. Yeah, like that's going to happen. And then just trim that off. So there we are. And that I'm going to stick behind the piece that we've already got. So I'm just going to have that coming out a little bit at the end, because that's what's in the original. You don't have to put it there because it's your version of the card, but I quite like it. So I'm going to grab some snail and just go right along the edge. And then if I pop that there, so the middle is on a line. I love grid paper for lining things up. Then this I can put straight. Concentration is everything. And that, I now know, is square. So that's that. So that's our tag. Now we need to put something on it. So I've got the scrap of Whisper White that I used before, my lion this time, and again I'm going to use basic grey, because you can use your classic inks with the blends. It's not just Memento that you can use. I'm just going to ink up the front of the lion, because I'm not going to use the back of the lion, so I don't need to ink him up. And then stamp him down. Now, did I say that this is not going to carry over this set? It's going away. A little wild will be no more. So if you love this set, which I do, it's great for quick tags, for baby showers, that sort of thing. Because these cut out as a tag. I'll show you when I die cut this, because it will cut in one. They are just the cutest little thing in the world. So let's pop my inks all to one side. I have pulled my light Cajun Craze and my light Pumpkin Pie to colour my lion with, and I'm going to be, you know, that's how it's been coloured. Why should I reinvent the wheel? So, don't need that there. So I'm going to start with his mane, which is very simply, I'm not convinced that these are the same colours. I'm not convinced that they even used blends, but I'm going to use blends because I like them. and it's quick. And the reason I say I don't think they use blends necessarily is I don't think they had Cajun Craze blend when the catalogue came out. But it's quite a good main colour for a cutie little lion. I mean, in the wild they're almost dark brown, so they're more of an early espresso. But you kind of don't want that on a child's card or a child's tag. I mean, this is meant to be a cutie little bear, not a realistic wild animal. So, and then we'll put the same on his tail. And that will be fine. Let's give him a Cajun Craze nose, and maybe let's add a little bit of colour on his cheeks. And then we'll come in with our light pumpkin pie and just blend that out a bit. Into his ears. Now here's a tip for you. What you can do is if you touch a lighter colour to a darker colour of blend, you can pick some of the ink up and then you can blend it out. So rather than having to put a layer down and then blend over it, you can just come across them. So let's do that again. So I'm just touching my blend, my light pumpkin pie to my light Cajun Craze, and then I can use that to blend down and it will fade. So it's quite a nice way of adding a little bit of shadow without layering one blend on top of the other. And I learnt that from going to Onstage, because that's kind of one of the things you get from going to Onstage. This is the demonstrator only event where we get to see product spotlights and things. So we get to see new stuff, but we also get to learn new stuff. And then if I come in again, just pick that up, I can come into his ear. And just add a bit of shading without having the risk of a harsh line. Such a neat idea. There. Then you just have to remember that you've got to put the right lid back on the right blend, but you know, apart from that. Right, so I will grab the matching die and just die cut that. I'm using my magnetic plate and my Big Shot, which is also going. I mean, I'm crying, but, you know, we're going to get something else instead. We just don't know what it is yet, so it's all fine. We've been told that something will come to replace the Big Shot. It's just not ready yet. So, patience, as they say, is a virtue. And that's what I mean by it cuts a tag, because if I was to just fold that there, that would be a tag, and there's even a little hole, you see? But I'm not going to fold it because I want to continue the kind of wafting in and out around the mane, like that. So that is our, I love this shading. I'm sorry, but that is just so cute. Right, okay. So now we just need to stamp Wild About You, which I've got mounted up. And again, I'm going to use basic black. I'm just, sorry, basic black? I didn't mean basic black, I mean basic grey. Pop that down, like that. And then there are splatters on the original. So I'm going to grab my basic grey, where's my basic grey? There it is. My basic grey Stampin' Right marker. And because I love my grid paper, because it's so pretty, I'm going to cover it up, pop this down, and then if you just grab your marker and flick, you can get little bits of And the nearer you get, the bigger the spritz. But it just, like that. And then just get the ink out of the lid with the nib. And just be aware that when you then use it next, that is going to be dirty. So I'm going to grab a piece of kitchen paper and I'm actually going to just pop that in there so that I don't end up getting ink all over my fingers when I use this next time. And pop that in there. But isn't that just so cute? So then all we've got to do is pop some dimensionals, that's the word I'm looking for, on the back. And we're good to go. Oh, and I need something to tie the tag onto the parcel with. There we go. Isn't that so cute? So cute. Right, okay, so I have got somewhere, there we are, some braided linen thread. This was from the Autumn Winter catalogue. It is carrying over. So that's good news. Don't actually need quite that much. Let's use this end. This has actually been used on something else. I think it was a present from someone to me, as in it was wrapped round the present. No, I want to do through there. On the original it was linen thread because we didn't have this then, but as we've got the braided linen, I'm going to use the braided linen because it means I don't have to feed lots and lots of thread through. Now you could just have this extended all the way up so you've got somewhere to write, but I'm quite happy with that like that, and then you can fray the end a bit, which is quite nice. I think it's quite nice to have that kind of looking a little more rustic, particularly as we've used the burlap stamp. Then why not use the burlap look effect ribbon? So there we go. Those are my 2 case for today. And as I say, my top tip for today, and it's a bit of a maybe a cop-out, I don't think so, is use the catalogue for your ideas. If you've got one of those moments where you just haven't got a clue where to start, this is perfect. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe, there's a subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. I'll have all the items I've listed in the description bar below, as well as a link to the blog post for this. If you go over there, we'll have close-ups of the tags and some more information, and again a list of what I've used. Don't forget that the Everything is Rosy product medley, I have to remember not to call it a bundle, product medley is available. Hopefully it is still available. It's only available for the month of May or while stocks last, whichever is the sooner. So if you haven't already got it, please do remember to get it. And if you order from me, you will get a free pack of the basic pearls. And the reason I am including a free pack of the basic pearls is that you can colour your pearls with the rose gold shimmer paint and turn them into rose gold pearls. What's not to love about that? So yeah, I will be ordering those at the end of the month or as soon as the medley has run out. I'll put in an order for those and send them out to everyone that has ordered. So if you would like that, please, please, please just pop over to my online store which is linked below, and pop the Everything is Rosy product medley into your basket along with anything else you would like. Now remember, the A Little Wild bundle is going. I say bundle, it's not a bundle at the moment, it's the stamps and dies. They will both be going, and both of these background stamps will be going. This ribbon will be going, and these 2 colours, so the powder pink and the lemon lime twist, will also be going. So if you want any of those, don't miss out. Get them in your basket now. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and I will see you again very soon.